Hello and welcome to Crypto Dishes Podcast. We try to keep things short and concise. Now take a look at this. Ripple legal team warns against Stebbins SEC leadership. Guys, this week a lot has been happening in the progress of Ripple XRP and the crypto industry at large, and many more speculations in the leadership of SEC. We are nearing the end of Gary Gensler's tenure as chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. His government was distinguished by a firm stance on the regulation of cryptocurrencies and a general lack of excitement for novel concepts. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has voiced his strong opposition to Robert Stebbins, who is considered to be one of the main contenders to succeed Gary Gensler as chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Garlinghouse singled out Stebbins for his involvement in the controversial judgments that were made by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, when he was in charge of the agency. These decisions revolved mostly around William Hinman's speech in 2018, in which he declared Ethereum to be a non-security asset. In the opinion of Garlinghouse, the appointment of Stebbins would signal the beginning of a return to the era of regulation by enforcement. An other participant in the conflict is Ripple's chief legal officer, in addition to Garlinghouse. According to Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's chief legal officer, Stebbins' leadership would be equally as acrimonious as that of Jay Clayton, who served as the former chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Many people were apprehensive that Stebbins would continue Clayton's enforcement-heavy approach to crypto legislation. This was due to the fact that Stebbins has a history of approving many Bitcoin cases. The business world is filled with dread because of Stebbins. Stebbins' candidacy, on the other hand, has caused the industry to be all over the place. The controversies that rocked the Securities and Exchange Commission in the past, particularly those that related the agency's apparent bias in crypto regulation, are often associated with him by many people. Those who disagree with him argue that he cannot be relied upon as an unbiased regulator due to the fact that he was engaged in significant decisions such as Hinman's speech. It would be unconscionable, according to Garlinghouse, for Stebbins to be appointed, since this would undercut the advances that have been gained in terms of regulatory clarity. John Reed Stark, a former official of the Securities and Exchange Commission, asserts that Jay Clayton personally approved about 80 enforcement cases regarding Bitcoin when Stebbins was working under Clayton's supervision. Clayton, who was recently appointed to the position of top federal prosecutor in Manhattan, is reportedly attempting to persuade Stebbins to compete for the position of head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. A cryptocurrency attorney by the name of John Deaton compared Stebbins to Clayton 2.0 in terms of his stance on the government's regulatory policies. In view of the fact that Clayton is now in charge of the San Diego Police Department, Deaton made the observation that appointing Bob Stebbins would be comparable to adopting a Clayton 2.0 approach regarding crypto, so underlining the potential repercussions. We are familiar with instances like that. There is a new leader emerging. The chief legal officer at Robinhood, Dan Gallagher, is now the leading candidate to succeed Gary Gensler as chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Kalshi, a prediction market, indicates that there is a 61% likelihood that Gallagher will be selected to the position. They're members of the cryptocurrency community who believe that the potential nomination of Gallagher would represent a shift in approach from the current posture taken by the SEC, which is perceived as increasingly restricting innovation as a result of enforcement actions, which has been subject to criticism. The approaching election for the position of head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, highlights the agency's disagreement about the most effective method to regulate cryptocurrencies. Ripple and its supporters would suffer a blow if Stebbins were appointed because it would reignite debates about favoritism and the requirement for more specific regulations. Furthermore, Stebbins would be appointed. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is currently under intense scrutiny as it considers this key leadership appointment. Who might invest less in crypto in the future? The cryptocurrency market is in desperate need of a break after such a terrible couple of years. That's it for now, guys. Smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe for more daily updates.